What's up, everybody? Maybe back in today's series, and this is Foxham Zero, I think it's called. That's what it says, even though it says Zero Foxham. It's called Foxham Zero. I wanted to start this one. I've actually bought this, I think more than like a couple months ago, maybe. I never played it, but I figured it'd be a good time to go through my catalog a little bit. Games I did buy and just never continued, and never decided to do. Since more and more people are watching, so I figured I'd do this. I'm over a short one, but I think it's almost like 5 hours long. So, not too bad. I bought my own money, so I might as well record this. Anyway, let's stop talking. My controller doesn't work with this. Maybe it'll work if I actually start, I don't know, so... But I might just have to use my keyboard more, no biggie. So anyway, let's start. Start a new game, and hang on. Okay, that just starts. Okay, can't you see one? Why'd you jump in the woods as the sun rises? Okay, sure does not work at all. That's fine. And the birds are leaping merrily on the roof. Nature is telling me a new day has begun. It seems anything would haunt me when night falls. It seems anything that would haunt me when night falls will vanish when the sun rises. But whether I sleep well at night, I have to get up and go to work every morning. There were rustling noises last night. It sounded like a beast passing through the bushes. Creepy shadows would also appear from outside my window occasionally. So I was alert all the time. I didn't even know when I fall asleep. The only things in life can never escape from death or death from work. I put my eyes like a plane to myself to clear my drowsiness. At the same time, I'm also packing my things to get ready for work. Then my eyes fall on the wet zoology history book on the desk. A mentor who is well known naturalist gave the book to me as a favorite person. But I got ready yesterday, so I can't use it for the time being. Open the cricket door after getting your stuff. The sunlight from outside is blinding. Another sunny day today. Such a fine day. Why not buy the book under the sun? It should be as good as new with only a few water stains at most. It's often don't go as wish. I'm about to your words complain to myself on what happened to me recently. In fact, I don't need to be here. I don't need to walk for miles every day just to draw pictures of plants which look alike and write down their features by using obscure tones. But when our mentor asked who would like to go on a field assignment in this cabin in the woods to replace the former resort, as he's our senior who was about to graduate at 1 for about a decade, I meant to describe this as a glorious run of books. All I could hear back then was 35 yards each month. It's quite a fortune for a poor student, enough for me to live well. Men die in pursuit of money, that is so true. I do have money to live with now, but this place only has occasional birds flying around to accompany. My current work area is on a section of the map where the former I'm sure I left it blank. Ever since I came here, I kept working in this area and added details to it. There's so little we know and so much to discover. We have spent thousands of years trying to figure out the shape of our planet, to explore the boundaries between the land and the sea. Now, how many years will it take to understand the information around us and other species on it? I should go back early today. I closed my sketchbook. Upon checking my pocket watch, I said it was. I've been here for 6 days. Now I need to send the work logs to my mentor tomorrow. There's also a manuscript to finish. When I'm about to stand up, a few scattered seeds caught my eye. I look for them because I'm going to study those symbols. What's my handkerchief? I reached for the handkerchief in my pocket to wrap these seeds up, but there's none in my pocket. Right, I forgot. I have to tear off a piece of paper from my notebook instead. It's always sunset by the time I return to the cabin by following the trail of marks I've left behind. I didn't go back to the cabin immediately. How much I went near the cabin to check the queries I've seen up beforehand. I said, my predecessor taught me this trick. Where if you set up the queries and roll with the opens against the coin, the fish won't escape once you swim into the queries. He said, those fish are the best things you can get to eat on the mountain. And he also said it was his predecessor who told him that. The cabin was probably built here because of the river. No fish are off over these past 2 days. That's rude. The quills are completely empty. Most one quill is damaged. Now I've retrieved the damaged quill to take a closer look. It looks like some animal gnawed at it. Tell me something is really watching me. Professor didn't mention anything about beasts in the mountain when he leaned over the shop to me. Since I can't determine why my quill broke, I have no choice but to bring it back to account for now. Before I went in, I raised my voice and coughed on purpose, not because my throat felt itchy, but because I wanted to embolden myself and scare away any beast who might be hiding in my cabin. But everything is exactly the same as I left them this morning. I don't see any signs that someone or someone has broken in, so I relax a bit and put my bag and cord down. I didn't catch any fish. I will have to eat something vegetarian today. I check out what veggies I've picked on the way back and then put them together while the potatoes I've stocked in the cabin. Then I make dinner for myself. After finishing my dinner, the place gradually turns dark. I light a kerosene lamp and it illuminates a small area at the desk. For me, this is the only light at night in this forest. In this light, I take the manuscript out of the bag, place it on the desk, and start to write all my work logs. Distribution of plants, types of animals, every living thing I've seen today is recorded on the paper together with lifeless figures such as the air pressure, temperature, humidity, height. All these make up the fruits of my labor for today. Again? Besides a nice book where something moved in the darkness, I stop my work and listen intently. It's like something is scratching against the wooden surface. I rise softly and walk to the window, afraid that any noise might alarm us aside, but there's nothing unusual outside. The window and door are barricaded and sealed tight after an inspection. I should be safe as long as there's no large animal breaking in. Perhaps the light attracted some animal. I set the desk again and continue with my work. It's morning already? I slowly open my eyelids, which feel heavy, and don't see anything weird. It seems like the strange sounds I heard over the past couple of nights are just false alarms. But it did cause me much trouble. I could hardly sleep. It's time to get up. I need to make a trip down to Cinder Logs to my mid today. Based on experience, I would need over 5 hours to get there. Oh, jeez. Which means I need to depart now, or else I won't be able to be back before nighttime. From my input town in Woodsy Clouds, I leave a boy down for Jiang Laying 1,000 miles away. I'll reach in a day. I think I've always become a savage after living in the mountain for a week. But now I can finally go to the town to see people. I can't help myself from waving the stick, which I used to say, and up and start and start to hum a song. The bunch of trees around me haven't heard me sing, and they troop along as if they're having to do it with me. During the solitude, the cold air during the night, and unknown white animals, the mountain is still rather livable. There are leafy trees, vigorous birds, clumsy squirrels. It would be perfect if I have a junior girl to accompany me. After 2 hours of walking the mountain, I finally reached the foot. At the foot, there's a road leading to town. This road was originally built to facilitate postal transportation. Our local logs will also be delivered through this road from the post office to the capital, thousands of miles away. But this road is in poor condition, hence, apart from postal service vehicles, which have a broken schedule, only carriages plan to take shortcuts will occasionally go this way. I have to walk along the road for 3 hours if I couldn't hitch a ride. The sun is way at the highest point. The trees on the roadside are as dense compared to the mountain, so I'm extremely parched and my legs are getting tired. I should rest for a while. I can find a safe spot, put down my bag, sit down, and take a long stretch for my water bottle. Why the heck are there no carriages along this road? Yeah? I've just started to complain when there's that sound of a carriage coming in the distance. Hey, hey! I jump off feet with my hands in the shower, hoping someone in the carriage will rush me. What a lucky day today. Bang. Sound like the car judging to something black rolled towards me. What is it? They rolled to my feet like a drunken man. A whale? Carriage stops, several men get off to check. I believe this is your wheel. I wore the wheel towards them. Yo, there's our wheel. A man who looks like the driver takes the wheel for me. What are you doing here, young man? Hidden somewhere? A decent man who looks like a scholar from among the group of people stood up too. Apparently, he's a decision maker in that carriage. Yes, I'm here to the town, but I wanted to ask him if they could give me a ride, but I didn't since the carriage is broken. Don't worry, it won't take long to fix. You can wait for us to take you to town if you don't mind. Well, thank you very much. Not at all, my name is Wang Jing, and you are? Call me Yan. Yan, why are you alone in the wild? I'm a student doing my research in natural science. I was assigned here a week ago to take over my predecessor's duties and observation post in this mountain. Today I'm making a trip to town to send my work logs to my mentor. I see, how marvelous you do to do research in natural science at such a young age. No, you're flattering me. I simply happened to select this major. I wanted to study science when I was young, but I didn't do well enough in my studies and couldn't realize this ambition. Is that so? By the way, who's your mentor? It's Professor Lee. Oh, you're the student of Professor Lee. Forgive me, I was disrespectful and didn't recognize his talented students. What talented students? I'm just a normal junior student under him. You're too modest. I will treat you well since you're a Professor Lee student. You don't have to go try that trouble. I'm just sending my logs. I must. My father and Professor Lee used to be friends. I think he would be interested to know how the professor's doing lately. Well, not sure the curious fix. We can go now. Driver interrupt our conversation where I'm at a loss on how to reject Mr. Wong's hospitality. Oh, okay, yeah, let's go now. But you may need to put up with what we have in the case for now. Why? Actually, there's not enough room for the kids, so do you mind sitting next to the driver? Of course not. I'm more than grateful that you are giving me a ride. Accompanied by the sound of frozen breeze, my frustrations and fatigue from the heat gradually vanished. I see we couldn't have gone along this road indeed. There's something sinister going on. But the driver murmured while I'm using my hands to steady myself due to the bouncy carriage. Are you talking to me? What? No, I was talking to myself. Oh. Get a drink, cause that's a lot of talking. I don't think there's any voice acting. There might be. I think I saw an options menu. That's it. Thank you so much. Just brought me here. Here? When we entered the town, I planned to walk to the post office, so I told the driver to drop me, but he looked hesitant. What's wrong? We're just in town. Are you going to the post office? We can take you there. Mr. Wong pops his head out while punches at the driver's response, so the driver will order his room. Why bother? It's troublesome. It's not. We're going there too, right? Join me for lunch at my place as agreed earlier. You can tell my father about Professor Lee. But I need to go back early. Don't worry, our driver will be delivering goods in the afternoon. Since it's along the way, I'll get him to drive you home when the time comes, alright? Alright. So sorry to bother you. I was close to saying yes when they asked me to join him for lunch, because I haven't eaten any decent food for a week. So when he said he'll arrange for the driver to send me back to the mountain, I couldn't find any reason to say no. I wouldn't either. After lunch, Mr. Wong's father, Wong Ji, kept asking me about my research on the mountain. Since I have no significant achievements yet, he's so excited. I have no choice but to tell him about his discoveries of my predecessor. After all, I don't want him to think I'm simply here for... I'm pretty sure... I want to say this is more of a Japanese game, but this is more like a Chinese game. Because all the characters have Chinese names. Due to Mr. Wong's hospitality, I could only take my leave and aboard the carriage when the sun is shining directly at the roof of the west. I heard you live in the mountain alone. Driver asked me while I was still in the horse carriage. Yeah, I have to live there for a year. I think I'll become a savage by then. Well, you have to be careful. There's something sinister there. Don't go too deep into the woods. Something sinister? What? Fox spirits. I said something ludicrous so seriously I almost laughed. Fox spirits? You're kidding, right? This is some folk tale. Any proof? Of course there's proof. Senior Mr. Wong you met today is a famous scholar, but he left his job and came to live in this small town shortly after he became famous. He had a big house in the capital city, you know, and he never married. He never married? Isn't he Mr. Wong Jin's father? Mr. Wong Jin is adopted. He works in the capital city. He's busy, but he often visits his father. All this traveling back and forth has been hard on him. But I don't see how it has to do anything with his fox spirits. But he also went to the mountain when he was young. Then he was bewitched by a fox spirit and lost his soul. That's how he became who he is today. Okay. So you have to be careful. Don't go too deep in the mountain. Fox spirits like to bewitch humans deep in the woods. It's said that fox spirits will offer a man great fortune and take a certain chance. That's how fox spirits feed themselves. But I don't think Sino Mr. Wong looks like a man without a soul. He looked hale and hearty and kept asking me questions. Well, he was faking it. Whenever he doesn't have visitors, he would stare at the city in silence all the whole day. It's kind of creepy. Or maybe he's simply missing someone. Scars, such as you are always so opinionated. Let me tell you, it's better to believe it. I don't mean to refute you. I didn't mean to refute you. These folks just happen passed on for generations are often embellished to enable these stories that they're better. It's almost impossible to refute it with silence. I'm warning you out of kindness. Okay, I'll be careful. I decided against arguing with him and simply accepted his warning, which has good intentions. After all, there's another danger in the woods I have to worry about. Please drop me here. Okay, young lad. Nope, do be careful. I know it. Likewise, be careful too. Thank you. After saying goodbye to the driver, I'm all alone again. It's almost dusk. The birds in the mountain seem to be tired and almost silent now. Speaking of fox spirits, it suddenly struck me that there are foxes in the mountain indeed. But they are small and don't move in packs like wolves, so they are hardly a threat to humans. Maybe there's a fox in my cabin? Foxes like to come out at night. They have good night vision. If I known about this, I would keep a dog in the cabin to guard me at night. Dogs and foxes are both canines, so they are likely to attack each other immediately upon the encounter. Unfortunately, dogs which are strong enough to fight foxes eat more than me. I can't afford a dog. I walk along the familiar road and finally see the outline of the cabin. Wait, something's amiss. The door seems to be open. Open, I'm the only person in this mountain. So it must be... I come fine upon realizing this and pick up my pace. At the clearing in front where meals are prepared, the skillet on the firewood gave me an idea. Must be a large animal as it can open the door. But to start, I hold up the skillet. Well, it is. Say hello to my skillet. I creep up to the window, look inside, but I don't see any animal. It's quiet inside. There's no animal, large animal, as I thought. I'm going to take the sound of crickets along outside the cabin. My cricket is lying measly on the small wooden bed. The books on the shelf remain at their original positions. Even the animals on stream floor, a book on the geography of China, is probably out of the shelf the same way I left it. I look around a small room. I don't think that any animals hiding here. Try to relax and pull away the book. So what the heck happened? The wind couldn't possibly blow the door wide open. Besides, the boat doesn't seem damaged. What happened after checking it? There weren't any items in the cabin that are missing either. Eventually, my eyes fall on the desk. The illustration book is on the desk and there are some red, white fruits beside it. Wait, this book... Didn't I put it on the clothesline outside yesterday? I think for a minute I come to realization the clothesline was empty indeed when I was just outside just now. Some collected for me, there were fairies in this mountain. English wild fruits. I picked one up and contemplated its washed by an edible wild fruit. Put the wash by aside and touched the book, it's already dry. I had to find a reasonable explanation. A passive ritual probably clicked the book for me and gave me some those raspberries. Told my predecessors wrong about mine. We are not the only ones here. Whoever did this, he or she meant no harm. I put the skillet back and started to deal with the stuff I brought back from town and the materials my mentor sent to me. It's already evening by the time I'm done. Dim sunlight shining on the mountains and woods, blinding everything on it. Given my life in the university, living here makes me more like a hermit or a primitive. Whatever, it's no use complaining. Time for dinner. Ate some dry biscuits, and I feel upset when I'm reminded of the fucking quill because I had to fix it later. I can't keep eating biscuits. Well, it's broken here and there. Pick up the broken quill and check the damage. They made an estimate on the number of ratchets I need to fix. But one quill in my eye, something outside the window. While I look continually, there's only the flicking mirror from the tree's shadows. Kinda creepy. Why did my mentor send you storage for this? It's really scary to leave here alone. I checked the window for the signs of movement from the corner of my eye while complaining about my mentor. Living in the middle of nowhere, no wonder this stip pit is so attractive. Suddenly, a shadow emerged outside the window. It ducked when I was about to take a closer look. The heck? Pointy shadows, looks like ears and a small head. I think maybe it's some small animal. I tried to visualize all the common, medium, and small sized animals in this mountain, and none of them are aggressive. The shadow appeared in my sights again while I was trying to figure it out. It hasn't left. Maybe it's a curious animal? I think I can do it, but if I know it, it might be dangerous someday. After all, I do a cookie just outside. It would be very troublesome if they got broken by animals. Then I make up my mind. I reckon there's a blind spot behind the bookshelf on the window. I believe I put it there. I said I would walk towards the shelf, pretending to look for something. I did put it here. I kept talking to get attention and take a detour to the back door behind the shelf at the same time. Going lying in the woods, I shivered the moment I stepped aside and realized the quill is still in my hand. Alright, it's my weapon then. Let me take it by surprise. And Fosco. Kinda assumed it would be. Options. Save. Save. Oh. That was quick save. It's a long girl is sitting on the ground at the window. I didn't expect that this thing that has been watching me in secret pushing, so I freeze with my quill raised in the air. She's wearing strange clothes and a hairstyle that looks like a pair of ears. And a tail? Who are you? What are you doing here? Where are you from? I seem to have scared her. She looks terrified and said nothing. Where do you live? So I softened my tone, and I still heard the quill. She still answered me, but her expression changed a bit. Are you lost? Did your parents know you went away from home? My gentle tone seems to soothe her, but she became nervous again. It wasn't easy to get a reply from her, but she uttered some inarticulate syllables. What are you saying? She seems to have realized something, reaches into her pocket where I'm alarmed by this. I hurried to step back and hold her close tightly. Stop, what are you trying to do? She pushed out something and extended it to me. I can see that I am clearly due to the faint moonlight, so I can only take it as a dangerous item for now. When I actually stopped, her hand frozen there. What is it? The thing in her hand is very thin. Looks like some sort of fabric. Why did she give it to me? What is she up to? I have plenty of doubts about this girl, Dean and girl. Go finally uttered a word. Mine? How could it be mine?
前にもらったの。
I don't know what she's talking about. I haven't even seen it before. Yeah, she's seen I've given her something to her. I don't even know
あり
you.
がとう。これ返すね。
Like me? Did she mistake me for someone else? She extends her arm again while I'm confused over it. In her hand, there was a neatly folded handkerchief with a dark checkered pattern. The handkerchief does look like the one I used to take with me. I stretched out my hand for it. There's a blood stain on it. I think it is mine.
頑張って洗ったの。
The girl said there was a tinge of regret in her voice.
でも綺麗にならなかった。
Oh, it doesn't
ご
matter.
めんね。
How did you get my handkerchief?
前にもらったの。
She repeated the same intro. I never gave it to you. Let me think. I remember I banished the injured
そ
fox.
れが私なの。
So, wait. You tell me... I'm assuming Yang probably saw it as an actual fox, right? And didn't, like... Can they transform into actual foxes? You? When I see her eyes shrink, I begin to recall what happened a few days ago. I was recording the geomorphic features near a waterfall, then I saw a fox falling into the torrent. I saved the fox out of respect for life. The fox was drenched. One of its legs was injured by walks, and that part on its leg was bleeding. So I wiped its foot with my handkerchief, then I wound up the handkerchief and bandaged the fox's leg with it. After that, I released the fox. I released the fox and limped away and looked back at me every now and then.
忘れちゃったの？
So how did you turn into a cute, kawaii girl? Which brought me back to my senses. I do. My illustrated book fell into water when I tried to save it.
ごめん。ロープに干してたよね。
I sneezed involuntarily when a cold wind in the mountain of night blew across and gave her a fright. There were a lot of questions about the girl when she claimed to be the fox, although it said that fox bears do exist. The training in science all these years doesn't allow me to believe in this nonsense. Maybe she has difficulties or she gets it being true, but at least I'm sure that she doesn't push it up. Come in. I have a lot of questions to ask you.